Hello friends, welcome to the Angular 8 tutorial. In this tutorial, we will see what is ngFor in Angular 8 and what is TrackBy with ngFor in Angular 8 and what is the difference between these two. So let's start with the ngFor in Angular 8. So basically the use of ngFor is used to make the loop over the collection. The workflow of the ngFor is similar to the for each loop in the C# language. Like in for each loop we make the loop over the collection and we take one item from that collection. In similar way ngFor works. So basically ngFor is a structural directive and this is the syntax for the ngFor, like star ngFor equal to let item is the variable name which is taking one item from this collection. So how to use ngFor directive? So basically, as I explained, to use ngFor directive we have to create a block of HTML element. What is the meaning of HTML element? Is the collection of the element basically which displays single item of the item collection. So let's understand this ngFor more and with the code. So go to the Visual Studio Code and first let's see what it is showing on the browser, and then we'll implement our functionality for ngFor. So go on the terminal and write ngserve-o. So it will compile our application first and it will show data on the browser. So what functionality we are going to do with for the ngFor is like we will show we will take student data and will show on the browser within a table using the ngFor loop. Basically we can take that collection of data using database and the API as well, but as of now we will create manually and we will show that data through ngFor on the browser. So let's see first what it is showing. So currently on the browser it is showing like my first app it is running, so nothing more than that. So let's take a collection of the student. So for that, first take the variable like student details, and this will be any type of variable, because we can any means any type of data student detail can have. So I'll make it like a array type because we are going to take an array type. Then we make the constructor. Inside this we will initialize our data. So now this dot the student detail we are going to fill the data and we are going to assign in the array type. So now let's insert the data of the student detail. I am going to take variable like name. I will take like name1 and age, and age I will take like 20, and the gender I will take, and gender will be like male. So I'll copy all this and will paste for the, it will reduce our time, and I'll give the 22 and it will be female, and I'll copy this whole data and I'll paste it, and this one I'll make 3 and it will be 25, this will be 4 and I'll take it as a 25. So that's the thing, we are done with the data. Now what we will do, we will make one for loop in this HTML page. So before that what I will do, I will write one header like we are working with ngFor. Okay, now we'll create one table for this. So I will take table. Inside this will make the for loop. So before that I will make the one border for this. Now tr, and under this tr we will take the ngFor. So how we declare, like ng and f will be the capital, ngFor equal to, and as we know the syntax like let, and I will take details and of, and the details over the collection. So we will take this variable name because we are going to make the collection over this variable name, and now define the td. So the td, so what I will take, I will take. Now basically for taking data over this collection we have to use the interpolation. In the coming video we will learn more about what is interpolation and what is the use of it. So for now just simply I'm using it. So the variable name should be match with all this. So I'll copy this one, and this will be the age, and this will be the gender. So that's it with the formation of the table. And now compile it and see on the browser what it is showing at this time. So currently we can see like it is showing the whole data on the browser. So in this way basically ngFor works. Like we took in the tr and we are making collection over the uh, we are taking the collection and making loop it and taking one variable we are showing in the browser and within the tables. So they are now next topic is like there are some common variable which is used by the ngFor, and this variable is already defined by Angular 8 in the uh, ngFor. Like first is index. Like what it is give, it give the current index number of the current element, and first it basically written the true or false value. Like for the element, if it is the first element it will return true, otherwise false. Same goes for last. If it is the element is the last, then it will return as a true, otherwise false. And same goes for even and odd. If it is a even element, then it is true, otherwise false. And same goes for the odd. Let's see all these things with an example. So what we will do, we will take one variable like I, and I for index. And what I will do on the td, I will take so basically index start from the 0. So index I will take at top of all the variables. So at first column it will show this one, and same way we have to take it like I plus 1. And now save it and see on the browser. So what we can see on the browser, like 1 2 3 4. So in that way index works, and the same goes for the first. So let f variable equal to first, all should be the small letter. And when we'll see on the browser like td, first we have to take this value using the interpolation, and we have to take this variable and see on the browser. So like see for first variable it is giving true, otherwise for else it is giving false. And in similar way we will do like let L for last I took as a variable and last. And if I take this one and I'll make it as a L and see on the browser, and when we'll see for last variable, see as a true. Yeah, in that way. For others it will be false. And like in similar way for odd and even it will work. Like let odd equal to odd, and same I will do for even also. Let even equal to even. So what I will do, I'll take these variables, this one for odd and this one for even. Let's save it and see on the browser. So when we see on the browser, it is giving some error. Let's see what it is. Let eve for the even and let odd for the. So let's compile it. It's looking cool. Let's save it and see on the browser. Yeah, so we can see like in that way that first we took as a odd. So for odd it will show as a false, for even it will show the sorry, for odd it will show as the for odd variable it is show the true, and for even it will be false. So same goes for even record. So in that way these all variables works in the Angular 8. Now next topic is what is TrackBy in the Angular 8. So basically TrackBy is also work with the like the ngFor, like it is also give the element over the collection. But the thing is, suppose we have a one scenario, like we have a button, and the what button do, that button name is the give more records. When we click on that button, it gives the more record. But same if we do that functionality with the ngFor, what ngFor do, it load whole data. It first it delete the data and it load whole data. But when we use the TrackBy, what it do, it give the remaining data only. It doesn't load whole data. So it in that way it is give the better performance over the ngFor. So that's why we use the TrackBy. So let's understand this TrackBy using an example. So go to this Visual Studio Code and let's delete all this first, because now we don't need all these, and I'll keep this index to take the index number and see on the browser first. So it is working as expected. Now what I will do, I'll create one collection here, like we already having one collection. Now what I will do, I'll create a function, like when we'll call through button, so we have to create one function and will load the more data. So for creating a function, let's create that first. So for creating, we have to create under this, and here we will take like get more student details, and I will return as a void, and this will be like this. Now what I will do, I will copy this, because anyhow we have to take the collection of the student detail only. So I will copy this, and what I will do, I'll take one more extra record for showing, and I will take it as a 5, and I will make this information as a 28. And what I will do, here I will create one function. Before that I will make like br, and I will create one button here, and I will give get fetch more data, and I will attach one click button to this, because we have to click, and on click button I will call that method which we have created. So copy this method, so there should not be any mismatch, and this is a method, so I save it. Now so it is giving some compilation error. Let's see what it is saying. Okay, so we have to give one comma here, so let's save it. So now compile successfully. Now see on the browser, so we can see on the browser we have one button called fetch more data. Now what we will do, we will click on the fetch more data button, and we'll see the next record, like which we have added newly one, like name 5, fifth record it will show. So before that we will do inspect element, and we'll see here how it will load. Now when I will click this fetch more data, what it will do, first it will delete this whole data, and it will come with the newly created data. So you see all this tr means row here in the inspect element. So when I click on this, we can see like it is one new record has come, but it is deleting whole data and then it's loading. Like again I will click and see, we can see here like it is first deleting and loading the data. So in this a small record does not give any performance issue, but there is a huge data, in that way it will give the performance issue. So that is the problem with the ngFor. Now let's do same thing with the TrackBy. So go to the Visual Studio Code, and what I will do, first I will create one function here. So what I will give the function name as, give the semicolon, I will give function name like TrackBy student. Basically I didn't take student ID, so we can do with the student ID also, but what I will do, I will take student name. And as I explained, the for this one we have to take one like index first. So index I will take as a number type, and I will take one variable called student, and the type of this will be the any, and it will return the string type. This function will return string and return student dot name, because I don't have ID, so that's why I'm taking the name. So save it. So what we did here, we created one function, and this function is taking one index variable and then a student variable, and it is returning the string like student dot name. Now go to the component dot html, and here we have to define the TrackBy. So basically for defining the TrackBy function, we have to write track, and B should be the capital, TrackBy, and we have to give the this method name, copy it and paste it here and save it and compile it. Now let's see on the browser. So again save it first, let's see, it's so it's loaded. Now see, now when I will click on this fetch more data, now see in the inspect element, it will not delete whole data, only it will come once the new record which we added. Now at a time only it comes once, so please concentrate here and see how it is loading. So now I'm going to click it, and we saw like one new record added here. So if I click again, it will not add because it is not finding any newly record data. So in that way this TrackBy works, and it gives the more performance over the ngFor. So this is the scenario for the TrackBy. Like what we did, we created one function here, TrackBy student. This is the way of creating a TrackBy function, and we are calling this function over ngFor loop, and we have written TrackBy, and here remember B should be the capital. So that is all about the ngFor and the TrackBy in the Angular 8. If you have any question, please comment. Thank you.